Citing a higher than average unemployment rate for returning veterans, 2 Michigan lawmakers are rolling out their plan to help.
24-hour News 8's Rick Albin is here. New at 6 with a closer look at how the Hire Michigan Heroes Act would work.
Well, Susan and Brian, we've been telling you this story for years, and it's the same old story. After a decade-long war, we find men and women coming back to a less than hospitable job market. Now in Michigan, some lawmakers want to change that.
We'll go in right through high school. And
Mike Tuffelmeyer knows what it's like to serve multiple tours of duty, then come back to an uncertain job future at home.
Coming home, you're trying to get back on your feet, and you're also, the major goal or the major issue is seeing how your job translates into civilian workforce.
The problem is replicated thousands of times in hundreds of communities around the state. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, more than 30,000 vets are unemployed in Michigan.
Ways to lower.
And some in the legislature want to do something to make the transition home easier.
But that transition is a lot harder than most realize, not just psychologically and emotionally, but financially as well.
A one-time $4,000 tax credit for hiring an unemployed vet is the proposal to encourage companies to give veterans a chance to re-enter the workforce.
Given that choice an employer may have between hiring a veteran and somebody who doesn't have that military experience, and they might have pretty comparable resumes, that tax credit might be the thing that pushes them over the top to give our veteran a chance.
In the Senate, the bill already has 18 sponsors and co-sponsors, just one shy of enough to pass the legislation, and it has yet to be formally introduced. It's far from the first effort to help returning vets by legislators, from job fairs to making their military experience transferable for certain state licensing. Lawmakers have been trying to improve Michigan's higher than average national unemployment rate for returning members of the service. We're between 3 and 4 percentage points higher than the rest of the nation, generally speaking, on an average basis. And we have a very large veterans population here, too.
Exactly. And it's got to be welcome news to that to the fighting men and women who come back and they face all these roadblocks.
Yeah, and if you could do this, this is not a huge impact in terms of $4,000, but if you can get somebody in the door, if it gives, as you heard Representative Dillon, if it just tips the scales for a few of them, we'll see if this makes it through the legislature. It may be a tough year to deal with tax credits, because we've been doing some stories about some other tax credits that were let back in the early 2000s that people are worried about, but we'll see if they can distinguish the difference between the two.
All right, Rick Albin, thank you.